So here we are, activists from Vestlande joined together with activists from Oslo in a march of grief, march of sorrow for all those species and all those people, and maybe also all those glaciers that are lost because of climate change and because of greed. And not least because of the oil industry in Norway, one of the world's richest countries that still is so dependent on fossil fuels. We have been blocking the oil refinery in Mongstad, and there have been lots of different acts of statements and acts of resistance here in Oslo, parallel to that. And now we join together activists from all over Europe to take a very serious and solemn stand for Mother Earth and everything that is threatened and already lost due to climate change and ecological degradation. This live stream is sent by Extinction Rebellion Sweden and Extinction Rebellion Finland, Elokapina. And this march is a bit different than most of the other demonstrations and actions where we sing and dance and chant. This is a mourning and silent march, as you can hear and as you can see. And that's a very beautiful gesture of solidarity. The activists from Oslo waited for half an hour for us coming with the buses from the west coast in order to make us walk together in solidarity. And the police also had to wait for the activists coming from the west coast, blocking the oil industry there. Let's join us to the front of the march, and we'll see if we might be able to talk to somebody a little bit later on about why they are here and what their message is to the Norwegian government before the election. The general demand throughout these days is phase out Norway, as in make sure that there is a phase out plan for a green pathway away from fossil fuels and away from oil. A plan that is just and in line with climate science, so that everybody can have a chance to work in a greener economy than the current. And an economy that doesn't destroy the livelihood of our children. Let's see here. We enter this march and see if we can find somebody who would like to answer some questions. No? Hello there.
Hello,
Who are you?
I'm Liisa.
And you are from Finland?
I'm from Finland, right?
Why are you here today, walking slowly in this march of grief?
I'm here grieving the destroy that people have caused in the nature and to all the other species.
And you come all the way from the east, really eastern part of the Nordic countries to the really western part, even to the west coast. I met you there as well. It's a long travel. Is it worth traveling so far to this beautiful landscape to protest against the oil industry?
I think it is worth it because the disrupt that oil causes does also go over borders. So it's not limited inside of Norway's borders. So I think it makes sense also the activists and the resistance to cross the borders.
I heard that I know that you visited a service in the church here, like some kind of service for life on Earth in a way. How was that?
It was really touching, and I think it was beautiful to gather not only to share the environmental emotions that we have, but also share these other kind of emotions that also can have a strong connection with all the moral questions that we as human beings have to think about.
So the issue of our future and the future of our connection to the nature is really one of many moral questions that we have to think of as human beings.
Yeah, I would say so. And I also often feel that the church might forget that moral question. And I think it was pretty beautiful to see that there are people in the church that also see the connection between the things that between the work of God in the nature and in this earth and people's responsibility for taking care of that.
Yeah. Now I almost forgot my question, but I think I'm going to figure it out soon. But do you think it was a coincidence that this service took place? It wasn't part of this arrangement, I guess, but maybe is it like that other parts of society get inspired by our actions and want to join in a way in on their terms, or what do you think?
Um, I don't know. I thought that it was planned, like
Okay.
by the activists, but I don't actually know how it is. But either way, I think the like activists are just people that have like their position in the society in their own places. Like they can be like bishops or teachers or police or whatever. And I think it's also important that they bring themselves into activism by doing it or on their own way and on their like own areas.
Yeah, there are lots of strong images in the media of what an activist is, and not always so positive. Maybe there's time to reclaim the word of activist and make people understand that it could be lots of different things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us in this little interview. We'll go on and see if we can find somebody else and have a nice final days. Have some nice final days here in Norway.
Thank you.
Hello. I kan vi göra det, ja. Let's move out of this calm and silent march. Hi, who are you?
I'm moved.
Yeah, exactly. I asked who are you, but it was,
Who am I?
but your answer was much more interesting.
So
I know you a little bit
I'm-
from XR in Sweden.
I'm Karin Cecilia from Stockholm, XR, Extinction Rebellion, and the Rebel Moms. I'm glad to be here in Norway on this Nordic uproar.
Yeah, wonderful. And you said that you were moved. Are you moved by? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, I'm not. I don't usually go to church, and so, but I'm so glad when we unite and do things together. People from all different parts of the society, and it was a very fine sharing, I think, today. So we came from actions in the Westland, so we came very late, but we were welcome and saw what they were doing, and then fine music and very good talks.
Yeah, some people might think that religion and church is excluding in some way. What is your aspect on that today?
No, you're excluding, you mean society?
By people who don't believe and so on. Was it including even for people who don't have?
Yes, very much so.
And what was the main message you think at the
We
service?
came too late.
Oh yeah, so you didn't hear so much.
But it was a lot about giving hope, I think, and the message was go out and believe that what you do can have. Believe that what you do matters. That your little person, can really have influence. I think that was the big message in the church.
Yeah. Do you believe that in yourself in your life? That can you feel that when you are out demonstrating and doing actions, and you're also part of the West? You were also a part of the West Coast actions.
Yeah.
Is that a concept that you have experienced before? That you can go out and do something in the world, and what experiences do you have of that?
Yeah, I feel very strengthened when I do things together and we really try to have an impact. Sometimes you can feel very powerless and it. But this is the only thing I can do. I have to do what I can, and together with others, organizing. Yeah. And then I'm glad when new parts of society we are joining for.
Yes.
So I'm glad for that.
So it spreads outside of the climate movement.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for participating. Do you have any last things you want to say to the Finnish and Swedish viewers?
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you too. Okay. I think that we start to come to the end of this live stream. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking part of this soft and silent march as one of the final, not the final, but one of the final activities during this long period of actions at 3 spots, Arendal, and the West Coast, and here in Oslo. So please join us for more films, more photos, and more actions the final days here, and also the rest throughout the climate in the future. Yeah. Bye bye.